We are the Group 2 reporters. We will be discussing about Expanded Maternity Leave Law RA 11210, Prohibition of Discrimination Against Women RA 6725, and last, Anti-Sexual Harassment Act RA 7877. First, we have Expanded Maternity Leave Law RA 11210. Republic Act Number 11210, also known as Expanded Maternity Leave Law, enacted on the 20th of February in year 2019, aims at increasing maternity leave benefits applicable to working mothers in the Philippines context. So, this law is para gid ni siya sa mga mama nga nagtrabaho private or public. And gihatagan sila og privilege nga 105 days or 3 months and 15 days nga leave kung mga anak sila. So gihatagan sila og 3 months and 15 days nga leave with paid na to. So bale ang kuan nila ang ilang leave nga pag mga anak sila kuan japon sila sweldo japon sila. Ang tumong niini nga balaod kay para mabalik ang ang physical and emotional recovery para makarecover sila sa ilang pagpanganak and para mabantayan ug matiman pa nila ang bag-ong anak. So, enhancing women's well-being, safeguarding maternal health and maternal benefits. Grant enough time for working mothers to be able to get back into shape after childbirth and enjoy their babies. Opposing stereotypes with regards to women's consideration for their good health and that of their workplace.
So sa giingon sa first reporter about the Expanded Maternity Leave Law o RA 11210 that there are key provisions about this law. So in terms of first, the maternity leave duration, there are 105 days of paid maternity leave for all only for these female workers. So walay labot ani issues like marital status, employment classification, or legitimacy of the child. So, isa sa mga benepisyo like adding sa ilahang days about the solo mothers by under the Solo Parents Welfare Act maternity leave duration. So, there are an optional for 30 days extension without pay. So, BG, MP, BFP, o etc. as those women's workers only. Law, it considers siya sa employers in both private and public sectors. So the law covers only for women about the informal sector. So what is about informal sector? Informal sector is there are solo management in their business and private business. So there are the working in the informal sector such as the self-management their own business and the private sector of their business. So basta maigo lang siya only for female employees. So also they are the voluntary contributors to Social Security System o SSS and belong also to the response units like EFP, PNP, o BG, MP, BFP, o etc. as those women's workers only. So what are the government agencies na nag-enforcement in the private sector is handled by the Department of Labor and Employment o DOLE and the Social Security System o SSS. So the implementation of this law in the government sector is responsibility of the Civil Service Commission, so CSC. So these awareness campaigns informing the employers and the employees about the rights and obligations under the law. So this brand new expanded maternity leave law, it has a very positive impact on the health of the mothers, guarantees protection to mothers at their working places, and helps to eliminate discriminations against women.
Prohibition on Discrimination Against Women, RA 6726. What is RA 6726? It is a law in the Philippines added to be a labor code on May 12, 1989. The goal is to protect women from being treated unfairly to work and to ensure inequality between men and women in the workplace. Main points of this law is it equal job opportunities. Employers or hiring agencies must treat men and women equally when it comes to hiring, promoting, assigning work, and giving salaries. Next, we have fair wages. Women and men should receive the same pay if they are doing the same job or work that has the same value. No discrimination. Employees cannot treat women unfairly just because of their gender. This includes access to training benefits and services provided at work. In this law, it ensures that women are given fair treatment and equal rights at work.
Form of prohibited discrimination, recruitment and promotion. There should be no bias on the grounds of sex in the selection or promotion of employees in the organization. Training and development. There should be no discrimination in providing training or advancement opportunities to the employees. Compensation, like work, should be the same irrespective of the sex of the worker. Termination and work conditions. No discrimination in dismissing employees or in provision of any treatment due to the rest of pregnancy. Penalties for violation. Repeat offenders of RA 6725 will expose employers to administrative penalties, impose fines, civil penalties, reimbursement payments to other affected employees. Criminal penalties, this depends on what type of discrimination takes place.
Impact on employment. Increasing women proportion in the labor market, growing female population, participation and retention within the labor force. Women's employment improved. Women-focused work condition and workers' protection, enhancing gender sensitization programs, implementation of measures that are not discriminative with respect to sex or recruitment, pay and working environment practices. Case study application of RA 6725. Example, wages discrimination. Case filed by a female compliant where evidence showed she was assigned and worked the same job, yet a male counterpart earned more. Outcome, the employee was awarded a retroactive salary and the employer was assaulted with a directive to ensure equal pay thereafter. Example ani is naay daan nga babae nga empleyado and then versus nga naay nag-apply nga bag-o nga lalaki. And then ang babae dugay na siya pero ang lalaki bago pa pero mas dako og salary nga na-earn ang lalaki kumpara sa babae.
Challenges in implementation, cultural factors, enduring negative image may trips over full implementation of the code. Lack of knowledge and understanding. Certain employees and employers may lack knowledge of the law of the land and its application to them. Monitoring and policing. Regulators, especially the commission in charge, are finding it difficult to make sure that business adhere to the law. Cultural factors, people's attitude and beliefs. It's hard to follow new rules. If people have negative views about the regulation, they might resist or ignore them. Changing this attitude often requires educating people about why the rules are important. And the lack of knowledge and understanding, some employees and employers may not know about the laws or fully understand them. The lack of knowledge can lead to people accidentally breaking the rules. Training and information session can help everyone understand what expected and why it matters. And the monitoring and policing, it's hard for the people in charge to check that everyone is following the rules, especially if they don't have enough staff or resources. When there's not enough monitoring, some business may feel like they can ignore the rules without consequences. More oversight and regular check would help ensure that everyone sticks to the regulations. 6725 is not only a development opportunity but also an imperative legal instrument to promote gender equity at workplace. The law guarantees both direct and indirect equality of opportunities to women, in particular concerning recruitment, pay, promotion, and even working conditions. However, compared to sensitize the population and even the women in the provisions of the law that women's discrimination does not happen, do not fulfill their objectives.
Our next topic is Anti-Sexual Harassment, Republic Act 787. Republic Act number 7877, also known as the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995, is landmark legislation in the Philippines that aims to promote a safe and respectful environment for everyone. Kani nga balaod naghatag og proteksyon sa matag usa, labi na ngadto sa kababayen-an ug mga kabataan. May tungod gabay ni ani ang sexual harassment. Ang sexual harassment usab nga gahatag og kanang pinugos o pagpanghadlok kabahay niini pakiglawas. Daghan ang mga pamaagi niini pinaagi sa pag-istorya o pagpangbuli sa usa ka tawo, paghatag og pabor nga madani ang usa ka tawo mahitungod niini pakiglawas. Ang kani nga mga ang sexual harassment is applicable ni siya sa public o private nga mga sectors. Kabahin niini ang government offices, educational institution o mga training center. Nga adunay mahitungod sa sexual harassment nga aron madani.
The implementation rules and regulation. First, the employer must create a committee in decorum and investigation, development and implement policies against sexual harassment, conduct regular seminars and training, display anti-sexual harassment poster and information. Second, schools and educational institutions must include anti-sexual harassment education in curricula and establish mechanisms of reporting and investigating incidents.
Impact and significance. Number 1. It promotes gender equality and respect. It ensures that all individuals are treated fairly regardless of their gender and are free from discrimination or harassment. And second is the protects human rights and dignity, which means this law helps ensure that people can work, study or train nga walay hadlok nga i-abuse or exploit sila. Then third is the it fosters safe and healthy work environments, which means by mandating that institutions put policies in place to prevent sexual harassment, this act contributes to safer, healthier, and work learning environment. Then third is it encourages reporting and accountability. So this act, kinisag nga act kay gina-emphasize niya ang importance sa pag-address sa sexual harassment through clear reporting channels and confidentiality measures. Sexual harassment of 1995 is a crucial legislation that safeguards individuals from unwanted sexual advances and harassments. By understanding and implementing this law, we can create a culture of respect, inclusivity, and equality.